Hi everybody, Lori here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun, colorful, geometric project to share with you. I just had a little fun time in the craft/dining room today. I was inspired by this print that I've had pinned on my Pinterest board for a long time. I just love the color, love the geometric design of it, so I pulled out some nested circle dies. These ones here are Hero Arts Infinity nested circle dies. I also use a lot of times the Simus's stamp nested circle dies. Whatever brand you have will work as long as you have a few different sizes. Now I'm using 4, but you could certainly use more or less. Just kind of going off of that inspiration piece, and they had 4 rings in their design. But it's definitely adaptable for sure. Now I'm going to die cut all of these little circles into some solid color cardstock. So look at this delicious array of solid color cardstock. A lot of different brands here. Some Simus's stamp, little Concord 9th. I love cardstock. Might be a little paper tray ink in there maybe. Did I die cut every one of these squares? Yes, I did. Did it take a long time? It sure did, but did I enjoy it? You bet your bottom dollar. I kind of got in the zone, and I mean, I have way more circles than I will ever need. And I'm just going to have to save them, put them in a little storage pocket. And maybe I'll come to back to this design later or do something different, but I'll have rings to spare. Okay, so now at this point I was thinking, am I going to try to use the same colors that were in the print? And I got dizzy just thinking about trying to figure it out because there's a lot of colors used in that. So I just decided to break away and just start improvising. So I'm using, like right now I'm staying in the same color family. Here's a little one with aqua and teal, and here's one with orange to yellow. And I like staying in the same color family, but very quickly you realize you run out of rings to keep doing that. So after a while you start mixing and matching the colors. And I find at the end of the day it really did not matter. Okay, so my rings measure 2 by 2. So I went ahead, I'm going to adhere all of these rings onto square backers. So I went ahead and cut some squares 2 by 2, 2 inches by 2 inches, very easy to do. And I'm simply just gluing them all on using Bearly Arts liquid glue. I recently got the mini, which I love. I got to tell you what, the Bearly Arts glue, it never clogs on me. I love the little needle that sticks in there. I think that's the secret. I don't know, but whatever the case, you could also use tape runner, but just adhering all of these on to solid color backers. There's a lot of them. It's almost hypnotic, but in the best way possible. So look at here. What do I got? 15? Probably way more than I will ever need. But now I'm going to trim them down. Here's where it gets into the little nitty gritty. I recently got this Tim Holtz mini guillotine trimmer, which is so dang cute. And it's nice and sharp and clean, so I pulled it out for this job. So all my squares are 2 inch by 2 inch. Taking the guillotine trimmer, and I'm trimming everything down to 1 inch by 1 inch squares. So a lot of cutting. You're going to want something sharp. I prefer the guillotine. I think it cuts the cardstock like butter. Now I'm noticing that these are not perfectly square. When I go to match them all up again, they're not all cut perfectly in half. All the squares are not perfectly square. If you really wanted to get it precisely perfect, you'd have to have dies to do it. If you know, I have those geometric builder designs that I have designed for Simus's stamp. We have the geometric builder geometric builder circles and squares and sexy HEXIES and hearts. I'll link to all of that below. I love those too, and they really help you get precise designs, but this particular design is a little bit larger than those dies that I have for Simus's stamp. So maybe I need to make some larger geometric builder dies. I'm not sure if you guys are interested in that idea, but you know what would be really cool when I start adhering all this together? I was like, wouldn't it be cool to do like a really large 16 by 16 one of these with larger like 4 inch squares and hang it on your wall? Every time I do something that I really love, I think, let's do a big one and frame it. I just want to put everything on the wall because this color, I don't know if this is too busy for you, but something like this on my wall would bring me joy daily. Daily. Okay, so this is 4 by 4. I'm just trimming off a little bit of that excess white cardstock hanging on the side. Then I'm going to trim a card base I want a nice border around the edge, so I do 4.5 by 4.5 card base. Pop it up because dimension is life. I need a jingle for the geometric designs. Now for the sentiment, I'm using one of the reverse and back again sentiment strips by Simon Says Stamp, and I die cut that with one of the sentiment label dies. Pop it up right in the center. I'm not going to add any embellishments because this right here, she's a showstopper. Does it bring you joy like it does me? I don't know. It just lights my heart on fire. And you are loved today. Thank you so much for tuning in to my videos and encouraging me. I just really appreciate you, and I thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.